kilos. 50 calories on the Concept 2 bike erg. It's the first time these ladies will have seen this in competition. 60 bar facing burpees, 2 5-foot boxes. They've got 30 in one, rolling the bar forward, and 30 in the other. And they have 16 minutes. The last couple of age groups have gone nowhere near that.
Lane assignments, Amanda Allen in lane 10 as your leader, square in the middle of the field. Shannon Schleifer, the last woman into the CrossFit Games. 21st seed, has shown really well for herself, working out of lane 8. Elena Kulik, been to regional several times on a team, and the Russian in lane 17. And Amanda Allen, who you said had called her shot, fire, ready, aim, but she still has hit the target thus far.
She has, and doing very well on the swim in event number 8. And happy birthday to Amanda Allen. I had a chat to her and she said, yeah, I totally forgot it was my birthday. She's obviously in the zone, or maybe she just doesn't want it anymore.
She's still in the age group, by the way, 48.
Yes.
I mean 32.
She's competing like a 32-year-old. Handstand push-ups, one of the high-level gymnastics movements we are going to see in the age group chipper. Great balance of gymnastics, weightlifting, and also monostructural components. The holy trinity of CrossFit programming. If you're good at one, you're generally not good at one of the others, so you're going to have one sort of weakness. And for a number of these age group competitors, it definitely isn't the handstand push-up, even though it is at that slight deficit.
This can really hurt your neck a little bit too, as Schleifer is the first one onto the deadlift. You have to be careful. You don't want to jam your head back into the ground on those handstand push-ups.
Considering the work they've done with their triceps with the ski erg and also the muscle-ups, those triceps are going to be pretty spent. But that swim wouldn't have probably helped them either. So you've got to make sure you're controlling your body weight down to the ground. And as you mentioned, don't slam it down and break your neck.
Nicole Abbott slamming down the deadlift barbell. Shannon Schleifer back to work after a brief break. Schleifer, a 7th grade reading teacher. We said the last woman into the games. She was invited after Cheryl Brost declined because of injury. Cheryl Brost, champion, the defending 2-time champion. 7th grade reading teacher. Some of the teachers at her school started taking up CrossFit. They got more involved. They got the principal involved. The middle school, CrossFit Courtney, is now an affiliate. And they offer CrossFit as an after-school club. Be weird trying to drop in there, though.
It would.
You have to go to math first.
Let's talk about range of movement on the deadlift. Now, Jolene, we're not going to say she's a tall athlete, but if you talk about range of movement, we want to get that barbell from that mid-shin position to extension. Now, depending on the length of your limbs and the height of your body, some can be a lot less. So Jolene Undershoot getting through those deadlifts a lot quicker because she has got that short of range of movement. Now we talk about getting on the bike. The cycle rate of her getting on the bike, she's going to have to do more revolutions considering she has got shorter levers in those legs.
And a nice little cruise here to start things off for her as well. Kathy Wilson now getting to the deadlifts, making her 2nd games appearance. She was 14th in this division a year ago, competing last year for her father, this year for her mother. Lost her father to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma the last time she was at the games. He was 80 years old, and she told him how much she wanted to go to the CrossFit Games. He never lived to see her get to them. So competed for him the last time she was here. We'll give a shout out to her mother, Sheila, right now. Also 80 years old, diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, actually the weekend of the age group online qualifier this year. Adamant that Kathy still come to the games and compete. So to her mother, Sheila, our thoughts are with you. She is competing in these games for her mom. Bike work continues for Schleifer in lane 8. We're only 3:55 into this thing. It's a 16-minute gap, man.
Schleifer was done with the handstand push-ups at 51 seconds. So you're thinking about 30 handstand push-ups normally when your head's just hitting the ground. The ladies are at a deficit and doing handstand push-ups in under a minute.
Look at the way that undershoot's just biking this thing.
Cruising. Just the problem is you're looking left and right. You don't know where anyone else is. The cycle rate from undershoot to the right of screen doesn't look very high. I would assume it's going to be around 700-800 calories per hour. 50 calories to get done on the bike erg after 30 deficit handstand push-ups, 40 deadlifts at 155 pounds. And then to come, the pain cave, 60 bar-facing burpees. I think Jolene's looking ahead at the bar going, I don't really want to be doing 60 of these.
Well, let's talk about how easy that bike is looking for her. You see undershoot on the left. That is her monitor on the right. Rotations per minute of the flywheel is the 71 number at the bottom. How long she's been on the bike at the top. Her calories an hour is the big number, 868.
I was assuming at the cycle rate it would have been around 700-800. It's a little bit higher at 860. But she doesn't seem to be working that hard. So this is almost, if you can call it recovery, a recovery cycle.
But look at the way the calories are moving.
They're just churning over. She's getting a really good pull down with those legs on that flywheel. And as we know with the flywheel on the ski erg and also the Concept 2 rower, you keep that flywheel moving, those calories, those meters keep ticking over.
Nicole Abbott to the inhaler and the first one off the bike. Abbott came in as your #1 seed in this division. Her first time qualifying for the games. The #1 seed. She said it's stupid. Who does that? She has shown well for herself too. Came into the event in 8th place overall. Couple of second place finishes. Can she get herself her first career event win here? She's got to run down the overall leaders though. Undershoot, Allen, Osborne in the middle lanes, all onto their burpees.
Talk about speed of burpees. This is where things start to really hurt in the legs. And you want to minimize the damage mentally, physically, and get over that finish mat as quick as you can. Keeping your body nice and close to the ground is going to be that way to do it. Jolene undershoot to the left of screen in the pink and blue started off going very low over the bar. She's now standing up to full extension to give herself a little bit of a rest. Amanda Allen in the center doing exactly the same thing. And Tonya Osborne, who's sitting in third coming into this event, just moving just a little bit quicker than Amanda.
When you look across the field, it looks like everyone is coming up for that breather at the top. As we've seen all of the age groups go through this event as well, all of the athletes take that bounce at the bottom. They don't rest once they hit the ground, take that breather, pop back up. It's always on the high side when they catch their breath.
It's almost getting that rebound push off the ground. It's like doing a really explosive plyometric push-up off the ground to propel your body up.
And you see, Abbott does stay a little bit lower, which is what you want to see.
Oh, big time. Just shifting that body weight over the barbell as fast and efficiently as possible. And got that little skip in her feet. So distributing that fatigue in her legs across both feet, ideal.
You impressed with Abbott? Her words, a regular CrossFitter?
Oh, just a normal person that works out. I've just happened to be the fittest 45 to 49 coming into the games.
A normal person who was on the U21 Swiss national soccer team.
Yeah,
but
not a normal person.
That aside.
That aside, she's just a normal human being who just happens to be really fit.
Has started following a program this year too. So that's a big part of it. Upped her training. Her first year in this age division. And aligns herself nicely for a run in the future. 16-minute time cap of this chipper. It started with 30 deficit handstand push-ups, 40 deadlifts, 50 calories on the bike erg, and then 60 bar-facing burpees. You see the staggered barbells, those to your right. Those ladies are on their first 30. The bars to the left They are on their second 30.
Abbott just getting called back for sort of half a no rep. You've got to kick your feet back at the same time. 2 feet jump over the bar, but if you stagger your feet with the kick back, you are going to get no rep.
2 feet everything here. 2 foot takeoff on the jump over the bar as well. And the hand is up. Abbott staring right in the face of an event win. Her best place so far is second on the battleground presented by the United States Marine Corps and the rope and yoke. 2 outdoor events. Abbott, her first win in the age group pavilion, and her first career CrossFit Games event W. Hang loose, Nicole Allen. She's got some time to rest this one up and prepare for Sunday. 16-minute time cap. And this is critical for Abbott. She can make a cut into a podium chance here. A lot of women are close to each other. Undershoot comes in second, will cement her place heading into the final day. But what kind of movement could there be to make the podium picture intriguing? Amanda Allen, your overall leader, left. Hand in the air for Tanya Osborne. She is the 3rd place in the field right now. Both in the event and overall. Hand in the air for Allen. Done. Osborne, 3rd place. Unofficially will hold a podium spot going into the final day of competition. And Amanda Allen is beat. Allen comes in 5th. 4th place goes to Julie Ackerman. Heck of a job by Ackerman to push the pace there. There's your 5 finishers. Abbott winning comfortably, 30 seconds over undershoot. Chris Tojino, the Brazilian, on a regionals team this year. She was an alternate for CrossFit Moema down in Brazil. Terry Sandoval, all out in lane 3. Why do burpees tax not your limbs, the gas tank?
It's pretty much, I don't know if you call it designed, to be an all-encompassing movement. So you're going to get full range of movement with a push up to the ground, come to full extension, and the jump. Ladies here doing the jump over the barbell, so they've got a point of reference to measure with. When you do a normal jump, you can jump 1 inch, you can jump 2 inches. So jumping over the bar, they've got a measurement that they can put to good use if they ever want to test this event again later down the track to see if they can improve on it.
Many run their own boxes, so it could pop up.
Correct. But you're utilizing a lot of different muscle groups, like arms, legs, and including. And speaking of legs that don't work, got to make sure you do get that 2 feet jump.
Michelle Wright is done.
Over the bar, but because it is such an explosive, powerful movement, it is going to expend a lot of energy, and your lungs are going to be working just that little more than normal. And 60 is a great number to test the capacity of those lungs and also those legs after they've been battered for the last couple of days.
This is the 9th event these women have undertaken in the last 4 days. Wednesday, they were off Thursday. Friday and now Saturday, still work to be done tomorrow. Cindy Pierce finishing with 2.5 minutes left in the cap of this 4-movement chipper. 30 handstand push-ups, 40 deadlifts at 155 pounds. Row. Used to rowing on an erg machine, but bike.
It's like rowing.
Bike 50 calories. And then 60 bar facing burpees, leaving you in that state. The cap, 16 minutes. Still plenty of time. And as we've said through the age groups, those are not arbitrary numbers. CrossFit puts a cap on it in a certain spot for a reason. All of these women finishing underneath the cap speaks lengths about their abilities. Patty Como, a little lame, maybe cramping up in that leg potentially.
She had a bit of an issue getting out of the water in the swim as well, so I'm not sure if it's a hamstring strain or even a calf strain as such, but she's got all that taped up.
Able to power through the burpees, as Nicole Abbott did as well. Career win at the CrossFit Games, event number 1 for Nicole Abbott. What she hopes is the first of many in her first trip to the Games.
Great start to event number 9, the age group chipper, with some high skill gymnastics movements with the handstand push-ups with a deficit, then onto the deadlifts, undershoot. Once she grabbed that bar, that shorter range of movement played straight into her strength. Osborne challenging on the bike, but it was Abbott first to get to the bar facing burpees. There was 60 of them to get done. They slowed down a little, but she had that lead and maintained that lead for her first 100 point and her first win of the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games.
Let's go down to Nikki with the regular CrossFitter, Nicole Abbott.
Yeah, I'll put regular in air quotes. You call yourself a regular CrossFitter. Your coach has been telling me for a little while that these long endurance workouts are really in your wheelhouse. So when you saw this event come up, what was your mentality going into it?
Just go hard from the beginning and try to hold on to the pace. I like riding the bike. I really like that bike. Yes, much better than the assault bike. Yes, and burpees is just got to dig deep and got to keep moving fast.
You have a huge cheering section that we see over here. Abbott's Army is what they call themselves. How important is their support to you here this week?
It means everything. I mean, it just makes everything so much better, so much more fun. And I just try to make them proud.
Yeah. You are. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much.
Nicole Abbott, her first CrossFit event W, and springs herself back into podium contention through 3 days of competition. Amanda Allen is your overall leader. She comes down with a 5th place finish. Jolene Undershoot has been up and down, but that up and downness has kind of leveled off into an up level over the last day and a half.
It has. And Amanda Allen still dominating the top of the leaderboard. I know a lot of the Aussies are tuning in back home. It has been the middle of the night when we got started. But there'll be a lot of people cheering on, not just Amanda Allen, but the number of Aussies that are here at the Reebok CrossFit Games. Nicole Abbott, I'm a regular CrossFitter, and I don't turn up here as a competitor. So she's doing exceptionally well.
Age 45 to 49 women, done for Saturday. Sunday, next, we'll crown a champion for them tomorrow. The men are up next inside the age group pavilion. Madison, Wisconsin, home of the Reebok CrossFit Games in 2018 and the best cheese curds in America. We found that out first person last night. Take you inside the age group pavilion. It is the Masters bracket as we move to men's competition, the 35 to 39 division. Event number 9, the AG Chipper. First chipper we see here at these 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games. He's Jeremy Austin, Joel Godek. Glad to have you along with us. We'll talk to Nikki Brazier in a bit down on the floor. How did we get here? With the 35 to 39-year-old men's division, Kyle Kasperbauer, Kyle Kleinschmidt. Your initials have to be Kyle and last name start with a K.
And be from America.
Yes. I'm sure there were other things that went into it.
A little bit. But there are two Kyles sitting on top of the leaderboard. But it is a pretty tight race for that 2 and 3. Jolivet doing really well with a jump finish earlier on with a 100-point finish and an event win. Event number 9. 8 tests down so far. The swim earlier, but now we're into the chipper. 30 deficit handstand push-ups. They've got a 4.5-inch deficit. 40 deadlifts at 225 pounds, or about 102.5 kilos. 50 calories on the bike erg that the athletes are seeing for the first time in competition at the CrossFit Games. And 60 bar facing burpees just to finish them off. 16 minutes on the time cap. The ladies definitely didn't need it.
The most devastating part of this workout has been the bar facing burpees. Kyle Kasperbauer in lane 10 as your leader. Kostas Papadopoulos, the lone Greek representative in the Masters division here at these games, in lane 3. Joel Brand out of the Latin America regional in lane 16. Massive, by the way, but he floats. He won the swim.
Unbelievable. He won the shoulder to overhead and he wins a swim. Crazy.
Let's talk about Kleinschmidt, though, because he comes in trying to chase down Kasperbauer 96 points back.
Well, he's had 3 third-place finishes and a second in the swim. But the issue I've got with Kleinschmidt, he's a very tall man, and these burpees may start to hurt him at the back end with moving that big frame over the bar 60 times.
Deficit handstand push-ups to start, but you're looking forward to the deadlifts first.
Oh, the deadlifts is where it's at. 30 deficit handstand push-ups should not be an issue for any of these gentlemen coming in to the chipper. If you can get in and get these deadlifts unbroken, we're talking 20 deadlifts at a time, not doing all 40. They've got a box to do 20, they'll roll it forward and do the other 20, get those done, get them in the bag. Then you've got time to recover, pace the bike as much as possible, because that's the only time you're going to get to recover at any stage through this event. And once you get to those bar-facing burpees, the pain cave is on, and you've just got to hurt to get the event done.
That was a first today. Jolivet lost his shoe doing the handstand push-ups. And very quickly onto the deadlifts. And these guys are cranking out deadlifts. Look at Ryan Starling in the blue shirt and pink trunks toward the middle of your screen. And Kasperbauer as well. This is a toothpick to these guys. Weight belt be darned. If you're not along for the ride, get out the way. Kasperbauer now takes a break. Exhausted watching this.
Kasperbauer dominating last year as well with the Diane event. Handstand push-ups and deadlifts. So not too dissimilar, just shorter reps. But 40 deadlifts at 225 will start to catch up to eventually. But these guys repping it out real quick.
Landon Brazel on the left side of your screen. Had a heck of an event earlier today with the ring muscle-ups. Had an incident on the rings back earlier in his career. August 20th, 2011, he fell off the rings, doing toes to rings. Doctor said the fall actually could have killed him, and he should do CrossFit again. He was hurt August 20th of 2011. 2 months later, he was CrossFitting. He competed again February 3rd. The first thing he did, pull-ups. Get back up there on a bar, then get back up there on the rings. Motivated, and here he is 7 years later at the games. First appearance in Madison.
These guys are crazy.
Nuts.
But fall off the bike, you get straight back on it. And speaking of bikes, Jolivet cranking out the calories on the assault bike.
Jolivet making his second games appearance, got himself into podium position with his finishes on the two events earlier today, first place and 8th place in events 7 and 8. The former French bobsledder. He was the brakeman on the bobsled team. The Sanka to the Cool Runnings. Not a lot of bobsledders in CrossFit.
Not a great deal, no.
Landon back on the bike. You'll see the tattoo on his torso as well. He's got a couple of them. One of them, a verse from Jeremiah, but I will restore you to health and heal your wounds. There it is. He's restored to health. Fell off the rings, got back to it.
And he just adjusted his damper setting as well as he was cycling. Damper setting all important for the Concept 2 row ski erg and a bike erg. The damper setting numbers from 1 to 10.
Way down.
And it is down almost at that number 1, which enables you to cycle more revolutions per minute. But you're not going to get very far. So you've got to get that balance of where your leg fatigue is at and what sort of, if you think about maybe cycling on or even downhill, you don't want to be using too much energy, and your cycle rate all important.
All right, break down what you see on that monitor for me.
So bottom left, we've got the cycle rate down there. It's 86 almost 89 revolutions now and growing. The calories per hour, the big number you see in the center, 13:28, as he just pushes the bike aside to move on now. And he did get that event win in the jump finish earlier, which is a similar sort of an event. But is he willing to hurt for it? He's standing very upright, and he's getting that sort of spring out of those feet to jump, which is going to lessen the fatigue on his quads. So he does a step forward, pops his hips open, and gets that big frame over the bar.
He gets a chance to shine here. It's an opportunity. That's all Jolivet wanted. 35 to 39 men. It's only the second year this division's been around. Kyle Kasperbauer competing this year, won it last year, but Jolivet told us, hey, it's hard to compete with the 18, 19, 20-year-olds. I'm 38. Like, I can go, but it's a different category. And now it's literally a different category. Kasperbauer is the bell cow for it. Your defending champ over Neil Maddox a year ago. Maddox has aged up. Kasperbauer is your current leader, trying to make it 2 in a row. Let's go back down to Nick.
Kyle Kasperbauer has a huge cheering section down here, and yesterday we showed you some photos that his kids were holding up, pictures of them, and one poster that says, "Dad is my hero." I asked him earlier what kind of motivation that is. He said he was surprised by those signs. He did not know that they were making them, and he just about lost it when he saw them. So, strong guy, fast guy, also sensitive guy.
Well-rounded.
Oh, it happens when you're a parent. Hope my kids are tuning in as well, all the way from Australia. They better be.
What time is it?
Oh, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning in Australia, so that's not too bad. But I know some people have been up all night watching, because it's very hard trying to tune into the CrossFit Games when it starts at like 11 p.m. Ruins your entire 4 days.
That's why they're archived always.
Yes, exactly.
Online at games.crossfit.com.
But you want to keep up with the live action.
6:45 into this chipper, a time cap of 16 minutes. On to the bar-facing burpees. The second grouping of them advancing the bar after the first 30 reps. This all started with 30 deficit handstand push-ups at a 4.5-inch deficit. 40 deadlifts at 225 pounds that guys were just throwing around. 50 cals on the bike erg, and now we are here. Jolivet. He's got Philip Kniep right next to him, the former Nebraska Cornhusker. These two guys are pushing the tempo with Kyle Kasperbauer. Ryan Starling is among your leaders. Cole Mashburn working on it. Joe LeVay, though, is trying to hold on after getting to the bike early.
I can tell you now, Joel, the cycle rate of burpees for Joe LeVay is identical to Kniep, Starling. The only one catching up is Casper Bauer.
How does the race factor here turn the strategy for some of these guys? They're getting to push themselves. They're having to push themselves, knowing there are people right on their heels.
And Joel LeVay just looking at his judge to confirm how many reps he's got to go. It's funny that when you've got someone chasing you, you can go a little bit harder.
And burn a little bit harder. The hurt either becomes a factor or goes away.
A bit like Roadrunner and Coyote. You got someone on your tail, he just goes.
Hand in the air for Joe LeVay.
Cycle rates speeding up massively now.
Joe LeVay's done. He's won twice on moving day. Casper Bauer behind him. Two men will be in podium position heading into Sunday.
Not surprising to see Kyle because of his cycle rate was so quick on those burpees.
Ryan Starling is third. He's making a move as well. Starling was fifth to begin the day. Ben Alderman after that. He was in eighth to begin the day. The podium fight will be interesting. Lavalier is in sixth. He was all the way down in lane 1. We featured Kyle Kleinschmidt at the start of this event in second place. He's inside his final 5 reps, but he is not going to get some valuable points here, finishing in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, when you're 6 feet tall and trying to shift all of that body height over the barbell for 60 reps, it is going to take up a lot of time.
Now you get the flurry of finishes where you can lose 15, 20, 30 points or gain that many points in the span of seconds. Joe LeVay, look at the teammate he is. Asking for noise for Justin King.
I'm really impressed with Justin King's drop into the bottom of that burpee. That's exceptional, and that's the sort of speed you want to get out of this movement.
Lane 19, Adam Izzo is done. Lane 3, Papadopoulos. Justin King, he is finished. Now down in lane 20, there's the bearded Ryan Woodall. I came all the way from Australia for this.
Same result. Doesn't matter who the athlete is. It doesn't matter what the time is. It's the same result. And he's actually looking up and going, really? 60 hours to get here for Ryan Woodall. Every mode of transport getting delayed on the way here.
And in the white trunks, Bradley Alcock rounds out the field. The men 35 to 39 complete. And Alexander Jolivet, the Air Force veteran, the Frenchman, making a move.
What a great day Jolivet had. He's got had that French flag out earlier, waving around after that event win. But it was very impressive to start with. You'd think for someone with such a big frame, the handstand push-ups would take him a little bit longer. A little bit of a shoe issue, but that's okay. You don't have to do it with shoes, but I'm going to put it on anyway. Starling getting to the deadlifts nice and early. And some of these humongous men it was just like a toy for them. And then Joel LeVay straight onto that bike, a little bit of trouble getting on. But once he was on, focus there, cycle rate. Look at his competition, he doesn't know where they are exactly. But he was the first to the bar-facing burpees and had a fairly good lead coming in and then sped up at the back end. And a great event for Joel Levay, his second event win and 200 points for the day. And his legs not really working, but carry him over the finish line.
Joel Levay is with Mon Ami, Nikki.
That's right. So you were the first to the burpees, but you had to speed up when Kyle Kasperbauer was catching up to you.
Yeah.
Where did you find that energy at the very end there?
So my energy is not burpees passing the bar. My energy is my tactical is just slow for the handstand push-up and unbroken for 40 deadlift. It's just back slow and burpees first 30 slow. I look my concurrence okay, and 10 again slowing and 20 fast. Yeah, exactly.
You've got the flag of France here draped over you, representing your country. What does that mean for you here?
Yeah, and I'm very happy because I am Team French. I am Elite French, Willy Georges, and me all the days. One guy, one team is very good. So French is very important for my country, for my city.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I just like the jubilation that guy's got. Vive la France, Alexander Joel Levay.
Oh, what an exceptional day he has had. So event win in the jump finish and an event win right here for the age group chipper. 200 points. But it got pretty tight. Kasperbauer, Stetzel, Starling, and even back to Philip Kniep. All the way down.
Kasperbauer limits the overall damage, coming in second. So Joel Levay just in podium contention, but a big event W. From the city of Four Lakes, it's the 2018 Ariba CrossFit Games. Back inside at the Age Group Pavilion, the Alliant Energy Center. Men 40 to 44 Masters Division. We're on to event 9 with Jeremy Austin, Joel Gadet. Nikki Brazier is down on the field for us. Out at the lakes. Little open water swim for event number 8, which gives us these standings. Neil Maddox still in first place. The 4-time defending champ, the Ram, Sean Ramirez, holding a podium spot in third.
And a place that you normally see Sean Ramirez coming into for the back end of Saturday and also the last day of competition, normally claws his way back up to take out the title. He has got it all to do. But Maddox has been quite dominant with that very chiseled frame. And surprise, surprise, he's onto the floor again without a shirt, putting us all to shame.
There was a giant roar of the crowd as the athletes ran in. Sean Ramirez has an amazing following. This will be a loud event from the crowd, and it'll be a lot of work for the men on the floor.
Event number 9, 8 tests down. This is the 9th. 30 deficit handstand push-ups, 4.5 inches on that deficit, 40 deadlifts at 225 pounds or 102.5 kilo. 50 calories on the Concept 2 bike erg and 60 bar-facing burpees to finish them off. Damper settings getting underway for the bike erg. The guys have got 16 minutes to get it done. I have a feeling that the top ones are going to be done way before that.
Lane 3, Robbie Perovich withdrawing before event 8, before the swim. He was second in this division a year ago. We'll touch on him more in a little bit. Neil Maddox, as your leader, is in lane 10. He's followed closely by Sean Ramirez in lane 11. And the former NHL star and Western Michigan Bronco, Joe Corvo, in lane 12. Let's talk about the guy in lane 9, though, the South African David Levy.
He's as close to Australia as you could probably get from the US.
I mean,
almost, anyway.
Halfway, yeah.
We'll take hold of him anyway. Levy doing very well on event number 8.